Hi, welcome to Family Wealth Planning Partners. I'm Brian Ramsey, and today we're kicking off a two-part series around the question of should I pay my mortgage off early? Now we're going to address this in two different perspectives. The first is going to be I've got a little money at the end of every month. Should I be applying that to my mortgage? Second week, next week, we're going to be talking about I've got a lump sum of money. Should I take that money and pay my mortgage off? Now we'll tell you that this conversation comes up quite a bit. We get this question all the time, and so we thought we'd do a series on it. When this question comes up with a client, we always have these 2 points of emphasis that we want to have a conversation around. And that is, first of all, what is the most effective use of the extra money that you have that you want to apply towards your mortgage, either in a monthly payment or as a lump sum payoff? So when we answer that question, we always look at cash flow planning, and we're going to say, okay, does it make sense, or what's the impact to you if you make these extra mortgage payments or if you pay your mortgage off? Now, we'll tell you that my experience has been that when we look at the cash flow analysis and we're applying dollars towards your debt versus putting it in the market, the cash flow plan typically, in my experience, says that the most effective use for your money is to, in fact, invest that money and not necessarily pay your debt off. Now, there's the second part to that question, that is the emotional side of debt that we really can't answer, and that is how the client actually feels about having debt. Now, we run into clients all the time that say, yeah, I understand that, yes, my money will grow faster in the market than the interest rate that I'm paying on my debt, but just emotionally, I just don't like debt, or I just want my debt paid off. And that's okay. If that's the case, then yes, it's okay to apply dollars to your mortgage or pay it off in a lump sum. So that's question number one. Question number two, or point number two that we want to raise with a client when having this conversation, is that your home, when you pay your debt off on your home, we consider your home an asset. So when you get into retirement, that asset, your home, doesn't do anything for you when it comes to providing an income in retirement. Yes, it lets you live there for free, but it doesn't produce an income for you in retirement. So what we want to do is make sure, which is the point of today's conversation, is to make sure that we're saving enough to have assets to produce an income for you in retirement. And once you've accomplished that, then yes, it makes sense to go ahead and apply to pay your mortgage off. So that's what we're talking about this week, which is I've got a little extra money at the end of the month. Should I be applying that towards my mortgage? So once we have had the conversation around those 2 points with a client and they fully understand what we're talking about, we go back and address, okay, we've got a little money at the end of every month. What should I be doing with it? Or can I apply, or should I be applying that to my mortgage? So what we do is during the cash flow analysis or the retirement plan or wealth plan, we're looking at your overall saving strategy to make sure that we're putting enough away in our 401k, we're putting enough away in an IRA possibly, we're funding our Roth IRA, we're funding an after-tax account. We're putting enough away every month so that it accumulates over time, and that at some point down the road when you want to retire, we have enough investable assets to produce the income that you need to live the retirement that you want, or live the lifestyle in retirement that you want. Once we know, or we're pretty sure with a pretty high degree of certainty that you're going to have enough assets, or that you're saving enough to produce the assets that produces the income in retirement, if you have any money left over, then absolutely apply that to your mortgage and pay your debt off quicker. That we have no problem with. But again, the purpose of this is you've got to pay yourself first. You have to make sure that you're investing enough assets every month so that you have the asset pool that actually can produce an income in retirement. What we don't want is to pay your debt off, or rapidly pay your debt off, not invest enough in investable assets, and then not have the asset pool in retirement to be able to produce the income that you want in retirement, and yet you've got this big house that's fully paid off, but it does not do anything for you to produce an income. So again, today's episode is about should I apply extra mortgage payments, and we'd say absolutely, as long as you are saving enough money every month to in fact have the asset pool that's going to provide an income for you in retirement that supports your lifestyle. So if you can answer that question, then absolutely pay your mortgage down as quickly as you want. As long as it doesn't affect your current lifestyle, you can put down as much as you want. So that's this week's episode. Next week's episode is going to be, I've got a lump sum of money. Should I take that lump sum and pay down my mortgage? If you've got any questions for us, feel free to give us a call on the phone number that's popped up here on the screen. You can visit our website at peaceofmindradio.com or familywealthplanningpartners.com. Either way, if you've got more questions about mortgages, should I pay my mortgage off, feel free to give us a call. Be happy to chat with you. That's it for this week. We look forward to seeing you next week on our blog series.